Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 2 of Round 4 of the City-State Championships. This time featuring the rivalry of Piltover versus Zaun. And as always, Super Naked Zombie.
What's up?
Viktor. So yeah, Piltover team, that's what we do. That's how we do this. We introduce the teams, I remember. Alright, Piltover. Caitlyn, bottom as per usual. Heimerdinger making his appearance on the league, looking like he's probably top. If not, it will be Ziggs top, who is probably going mid, and Janna down the bottom lane as support, and once again Vi into the jungle.
And on the Zaun team, we've got Viktor, who's going to be in the mid lane. Jinx, obviously playing AD carry. We've got a support Singed, which is going to be interesting to see how that plays out. We've got Dr.Mundo up top, and Urgot in the jungle.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting, Urgot in the jungle. But just before we get into that, obviously this is a big showdown match between these two. Just like Demacia and Noxus hate the shit out of each other, these two teams not too happy with each other. Bit of a technology race going on them, who can build the bigger gun, sort of thing. And
it's basically communism. This is the Cold War we're seeing right here, except different.
yeah, definitely that. But currently these teams sit at 2-1 for Piltover after a crushing loss in the first. Need to use better words than that, don't I? After a loss in the first round to Freljord, they did manage to pick up 2 convincing wins, so they say 2-1 now. Looking to pick up that third win to join Freljord and Demacia on their 3-1 wins at the top of the league. Meanwhile, Zaun, this match could be huge because this could put them in the very definitely in the bottom half of the league, or they could pick up the win, putting both themselves and Piltover on 2-2 and just be a happy middle pack for now. So.
Yeah, I mean the standing this game has on the boards is definitely makes it interesting. You looked at that last match, that Demacia versus Freljord, as one of the big matches, but this one's still significant in terms of what happens to them.
They're all significant.
Yeah, exactly.
They all matter for something at the moment, especially. I mean, even the bottom team, Ionia, who currently have yet to pick up a win, if they win their next 4 matches, then they've got 4 wins and they have a positive win ratio under their belts, and that gives them a very good chance of qualifying in the end for that knockout bracket afterwards. So there's a couple of interesting things going on at the start here. First off, Urgot jungle. He's struggling a bit for mana now, but his clear is quite good. His sustain seems pretty alright. And we have seen Urgot jungles do fairly well if you watch Cutie Pie streams, so that would be one to watch. And also on the other side of things, Heimerdinger started with a Spell Thief's Edge. Now, I understand his thinking behind this one, but as far as I understand how this item works, when he last hits a minion, it doesn't allow him to use the harass charge that will give him extra money from hitting someone with a spell.
Killing a minion disables the passive for 12 seconds, meaning that he won't be using it if he's farming.
No, and I honestly don't think that's a good idea. I mean, we'll have to see. He's doing very well at bullying Mundo at the moment anyway, but I think he'd do that with any item, but I think he'd be...
I don't know how his towers work with the Spell Thief's Edge, whether if he stops farming for 12 seconds and his towers then poke Mundo, whether he gets the gold from them. Because if you can get 3 hits in very quick succession, he can then hit minions for the rest of the 30-second cooldown.
Yeah. But at the moment, it's still sat at 3 charges and it's not doing anything. Oh shit! We see fucking hell! I really wish I'd catch your first fucking blood. I always see it on the minimap just as we're there talking about this fucking Heimerdinger. This Vi goes in, invades Urgot his red buff, very good idea. He's going to be weak early in the jungle, and that's a straight first blood, 1-on-1 for Vi there, so a good start for Vi.
Yeah, to follow up onto Dr.Mundo in a minute.
She's just taking the golems for now, but
I mean, she's not low on health, and that Mundo is. The Heimer's in a strong position.
Yeah, this Mundo's in trouble as well. He doesn't have a flash, he's only got teleport. Heimerdinger does have ignite. I mean, he could be in huge trouble, but Vi has backed off, so the danger to him not immediate at this point.
He was very far in the tower, and a tower day against the Mundo, even early game, it's not a sensible idea.
Yeah, but here we see the weakness of this Urgot jungle. It's got very powerful early ganks. This 3-point, he has everything he needs to gank, but he doesn't have a red buff anymore due to very well played gank or invade by Vi. So a shaky start there for Zaun. Yes, and if he doesn't, he could become just a useless source. He could just become useless to his team if he doesn't catch up quickly, and I wonder if Vi will keep on the pressure, because she will be able to go into the jungle and duel him, I feel.
Yeah. Bottom, this Caitlyn is currently out farming this Jinx, but not by too much. It seems like Jinx and Caitlyn, Caitlyn and Janna are harassing the Jinx and the Singed a lot more than. I mean, if you look at their health at the moment, Jinx has healed up a little bit since a minute ago, but her and the Singed were almost half health, both of them.
Yeah, and I'd say it, but I think the Singed pick is a mistake. Singed is a very powerful champion. Let him go in the top lane. He can just be a monster tank. He isn't going to get that from being a support. I don't think he won't get quite enough items. As well as he offers almost nothing in the laning phase, especially against this Janna. Janna knocking him up there, and he stands no chance of getting his engage there.
I mean, Janna is a ridiculously strong support, you know that.
Oh, but we see Vi coming down as the chompers go down, flash away from the Janna there. They're getting the damage down, and the knock up onto Singed, and they're going in there. Exhaust going down. Vi misses the Vault Breaker, and this might be a turnaround for. It is well played there. Jinx kicking up the kill. And a double kill as well going in onto Caitlyn. Looks like she might follow up onto the Janna. She gets the slow from Zap there, and she flashes in as well, trying to use that red buff, but he's too far under tower now, surely. Yep.
Yeah,
really there, but
killing that Janna. But that was a spectacular turnaround.
Very well played, and in fairness, I still think this Singed is a bad choice, but still nonetheless very well played. Vi missing her Vault Breaker and the exhaust going down at the right time there meant that Vi sealed her fate by going aggressive. If she got the Singed, it wouldn't have been that bad, but Singed got away.
It's worth noting now that Jinx has used her flash. Yeah, the next time that Caitlyn decides to engage, I think because of that Singed support, it could go the other way. I think just generally in lane, you know, until flash is back up, Jinx is going to be a lot more vulnerable.
She's vulnerable, but I think they need the Vi to come down to gank them. Janna doesn't offer a lot. She offers some CSC and a little bit of protection and damage increase, but she doesn't have a lot of direct damage herself. And Jinx is a brilliant lane bully. She's already picked a BF sword up. Like, Caitlyn has a range advantage for a little while until Jinx has properly ranked up her Q, and she gets the range buff on the rocket launcher on switcheroo.
Yeah, so, I mean, Caitlyn is winning on farm here though. Even though that Jinx killed the Caitlyn and you know, managed to have a decent portion of time free farming there, she only just managed to get the farm even, and Caitlyn is now free farming and just pulling ahead.
But she's got the 2 kills, again, and for the moment, until Jinx returns, like, Jinx has a BF sword over her Vamp Scepter, like, doesn't matter if she has, like, 6 minions up now, if Jinx plays it right, she will just be able to bully her out of lane alone, especially with double buffs for this immediate portion of the game, so... And
there's any other sport, I think I'd agree with you. I think we're going to see Caitlyn
Singed just has to get in the way, and he does get the flip back onto Caitlyn there, and Caitlyn's trying to go the other way. Exhaust goes down onto Jinx there, but the red buff slow is being applied. We see Urgot coming down from the top. Vi is coming round. Missile misses there, but Urgot picking it up with the long range Acid Hunter there, but we also see support from Vi and Ziggs coming down now. They engage in onto Singed, and he's taking a lot of damage. Bomb comes down and picks up the first kill. Urgot's caught out between 3 members, and it doesn't look like Jinx is coming back. Double kill for Ziggs there, so well played by Piltover.
Probably going to force that Jinx back as well. Very shortly after she was just returning to lane.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Another kill picked up there. Goes to Urgot, which is not too bad, but 2 kills back to Piltover. We see 3 and 3 in kills and an 800 gold difference, and that's probably from the fact that the top and the mid lane are pushing in favour of Piltover, and they're getting the best of the farm. This Heimerdinger especially is brutalising this Mundo. Every time I look top, apart from right now of course, he's been very low on health. He's picked up Mercury Treads early. I think he would have been better off just picking up a straight heading for a Spirit Visage quickly. I don't really think the Mercury Treads aren't really considered a proper magic resist item, though they do give you a little bit. 25 magic resist isn't considered a lot. It's more about the tenacity they offer is why you pick those up.
Yeah, I mean, they're not a bad item, but I think I would have felt differently about him. He's not using the boots.
For all those times you play Mundo.
Yeah, I play Mundo.
But we do see Urgot creeping into this top lane on his 4 crab legs. There is a turret nest set up here, but Heimerdinger doesn't have a ward, doesn't see it. We see Mundo going aggressive early, but the Ignite's gone down in onto him. And Urgot's fighting between these 3 turrets here, and that's a double kill for Heimerdinger there. That was badly played by Zaun. Mundo went a little bit too early, took the Ignite to the face, couldn't heal, and Urgot deciding to fight in amongst those turrets. This is the power of Heimerdinger. You don't fight him on your on his territory, you have to force him out of position.
Yeah, that was very well played by Heimerdinger.
Oh, and we see the gank going in onto mid as well. 1-for-1 trade there, but assisted kill for Piltover, so At this moment, it looks like Piltover are doing it again and gaining that early lead as we see the top tower going down as well. Good push from Heimerdinger, and it probably isn't going to stop.
Yeah, we might also see Ziggs. I mean, he's going to lay a lot of damage down on this mid turret. He might take it before the Urgot gets back into lane. Might not, but either way, that turret's going to be well below half health.
They're getting the push on both Heimerdinger and Ziggs. Very decent pushing champions, and neither Viktor or Mundo are able to answer back their lane count partners here, and Urgot trying to do his best, but not able to get in.
It's interesting to see how they scale. No, Mundo and Urgot, and Viktor. I don't know, they do scale.
Oh, flash in there, bringing back, swapping back the Ziggs.
Viktor
but
just wasn't quite close enough to the lane though.
Again, a little bit too close. He's taking a lot of tower hits for his trouble. He dodges the bomb, but the tower takes him down anyway.
That was a beautifully placed Ziggs ult, forcing him to either take the tower hits or take the Ziggs ult.
Yeah, the fat ass of Urgot unfortunately sealing his fate there as he scrambles around trying to get out of that. And again, we see the same thing we saw in the top gank from Urgot. The team just doesn't seem to be syncing up well enough. Urgot going a little bit too soon there. Viktor not able to make up the ground. Sorry?
Yeah, way too soon. Viktor he just wasn't far enough in lane. He got there and had to almost immediately turn around. Whereas the other team, Piltover played that very well. You know, the buy was there at exactly the right time.
We do see an engage going down bottom. Singer's managed to flip back Janna. Exhaust going down onto Jinx and Janna respectively. They're turning the damage back around. Both supports go low, but neither AD able to pick up a kill there. So ult's blown from both of the supports as well, but neither from the AD carry support. Jinx ult there coming across and missing.
Say, Jinx has a lot of mana. I wonder if we're going to see switch to the rocket gun.
The rocket gun.
The rocket gun. You know, there's the minigun and the rocket gun.
The rocket launcher, maybe? See, Urgot coming down here for a gank. They don't have any flash on Singed, and they do spot Urgot, and it does look like they might be able to get out away here. He doesn't land the E and doesn't get the slows. And we do see Vi coming in behind them there. Flash out from Jinx, dodging the Volt Breaker, but they get the Assault and Battery down onto Urgot, and as soon as he tries to gank, he loses his life because of it. Ziggs trying to come around the back here, trying to close them in on their tower as the Piltover train continues, and it doesn't look like they're going to be stopped this game if it continues on this way. They've now 8-4 in kills and up about 4,000 gold, roughly. Tower up as well, and Ziggs still just hanging around in this bush. They don't know he's there.
Communication and synergy on the Piltover team is just far better than on the Zaun team.
Again,
they're just working them over.
Going in under this tower for Jinx. Good Volt Breaker and good harpoons. To double kill for the bomb man of Ziggs right there.
I'm not sure whether Caitlyn still got her ult up after that.
No, I think she used it to get them low underneath the tower, which they put. You see, this is the difference. Like, Zaun seem to be very antsy. They seem to make their move so quickly because they're worried about it. Blue buff steal coming down here. Urgot might try and contest, but no, it's gone before he can. They get it onto Vi, but they've got their own blue buff to give to Ziggs on a later date. Well, not right now, but they will, I'm not sure. But they deny the blue buff from Viktor, and that's going to hurt him. As we see, as predicted, the Heimerdinger continue just pushing up top, and Mundo just doesn't have an answer. He's picked up 2 rejupies now, and that's not enough either. Even with his ultimate, he's not healing enough and not able to mitigate enough damage. And Heimerdinger just keeps going, and no one's come on top to help this Mundo.
Yeah, I mean, this Mundo's been in trouble basically all game long, and he hasn't had any help. I mean, the Vi has been helping out her team very well. The Urgot has been trying, but he hasn't gone top.
No.
Except for that one time when he got double kill.
Yeah, that's maybe what's putting them off. They may have just sacrificed the lane, accepted that loss.
As I was saying that, the Urgot looks like he might be heading up there.
Yeah. But I think they tried to focus down to try and get Jinx more fed, because a fed Jinx is a terrifying carry. But not able to get that down, so Heimerdinger just camping out in bushes here. Might go and try and steal these golems. Getting the damage down onto the Urgot there, but not able to get the kill. Just managing to get the big golem there, Urgot. Well done to him, I guess. Vi also coming top. Assault and Battery goes down onto Urgot. She's got the red buff. She gets the red buff, takes the kill for her in the end. And again, just the Vi in all the right places.
Yeah, the Vi is playing very, very strongly, very well in the jungle.
Yeah, it's kind of, this game is making up for the round 1 game of Vi. Round 1, Vi just got demolished by Freljord. Like, every time a team fight broke out, the rest of Piltover just left her to die in the middle of all the icy champions and bears, and Eyolbriggar
See
missing.
the fight top lane going on the Mundo now, and it looks like they're going to get a very quick kill down on him.
Yep. This Heimerdinger seeming to favour using the ultimate on the turret there, and it seems to be working out thus far. A lot of Heimerdingers just like to go ult and use the millions of missiles that you fire out at people and hope for the best, but good use of this mega turret here has really done really well for him. Picked him up a double kill earlier, secures a kill on the Mundo under tower there, so...
Yeah, very effective.
Oh. Viktor under pressure here.
Going up against him top. That's not a good... Even with the tower, I think this Heimer might just gank him.
Yeah, this is the problem we were worried about. Urgot has fallen too far behind at this point. There's not a huge item discrepancy between him and his opposite number, but he's 1 in 6. The amount of gold he's given to the other team is just horrendous, and the problem is now is Singed as the support only has a Warden's Mail to speak of and a Ruby Crystal after his Relic Shield, so that doesn't make him insanely tanky. Mundo's been punished so much top, he's only now just picked up a Giant's Belt 15 minutes into the game, so Zaun are really lacking their tanks, and Viktor, who's meant to be a brawler like mage, get in there fairly close and like do his damage. He's not able to get close to the other team because it's a Heimerdinger and a Ziggs to get through, a Caitlyn to poke down, a disengage from Janna, and finally if you ever do get close, you've got to get through a Vi anyway, so I really don't see at this point how the Zaun team can get through Piltover, and 12-4, Piltover look like they're on track for their third win. There we go.
Yeah, I think Piltover are going to take this very quickly. I think we're going to see a bit more pushing. I think we're going to see 1 or 2 big team fights, maybe even just 1 team fight. And then I think we're going to see a surrender. This is looking very one-sided.
It's getting closer and closer to 10k gold, and we're not even at 20 minutes now. The only lane that's really doing... well, Viktor is only 1-1, so he's not bad, but he's going up against a 5-0-1 Ziggs. This Ziggs is pretty terrifying right now. Ziggs is an amazing wave clear. Even if someone do turn it around, I don't know how they're going to get pushes going with a Ziggs and a Heimerdinger down. They need to win in team fights, and they just don't have that capacity like we just talked about.
Yeah, I mean, and just the CC. I mean, they don't have that much CC, but that Janna combined with sort of.
Ziggs has got in on the bottom lane here. Singed has chosen to go aggressive, but Ziggs just hurling all the bombs in onto Jinx there, and looks like she's going to just be able to get away, and Singed might also, but they're trying to get the damage down to them. Urgot comes in, flashes, but doesn't manage to get the ultimate down, so wasted flash there from Urgot, unfortunately.
Yeah, a lot of damage laid down. Oh, and Vi follows up in the back and takes out the Jinx.
Again, Vi just in all the right places. I can't even follow her movement. She may be out of position now, finding herself surrounded by 3 Zoan champions, but they're probably going to get the bottom turret.
Jinx is the one that's going to spiral out of control.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Jinx
It looks like they'll get this turret as well.
Yeah, so they get the turret, and that's alright. They get a kill, so it's a 1-for-1 trade, but then they get the turret afterwards, so Piltover always coming out on top as it stands, and we finally see Urgot leaving the top lane. I don't know where Heimerdinger's gone. He has... He's been...
I'm not sure whether he's disconnected.
I haven't seen a call out for
let
that.
you know what happens.
Haven't seen a call out for that recently.
No, but he isn't moving. He could be just waiting for gold. It's a little bit rare for him to wait this long, but...
Yeah, he's just been pushing that top lane incessantly, and he has got a fair bit of the gold on his team, and I really hope he's not, because that could spell disaster for Piltover right now. They are not. They're in a commanding position, but if they lose one of their carries, like they may not have the damage required to take down this team as it tanks up on the other side. Keep an eye on that one. But no, so far no dragon attempts from either team. It seems Piltover have been fine to just push down towers and take what kills they can get, which has been plenty thus far. Just averaging a kill a minute. No, we're not.
It's interesting. We're seeing this Caitlyn stand on the altar for a surprising amount of time as well.
No, she looks like she was just shopping for something. Yeah, she's probably just waiting so she could actually get that home guard. So that's not a problem. Heimerdinger's moving too, so that's no bad. Obviously, just a little bit of a communicational error there.
No, he's back.
I think he's just shopping or something, picking something up with the gold that had stacked up on him. You see Athene's Unholy Grail and Ronononono on the Ziggs. Bit of an unusual build for him, Ziggs, but it's going to work nonetheless. I like the idea of the Ronononono when you know you're going up against 2 hyper tanks like Mundo and Singed. It's going to stunt their regeneration and make it easier to kill them. So, understandable build. Understandable. Rod of Ages onto Viktor. Personally, not how I build Viktor, but nonetheless, it's not a bad idea. Tank up against this team that's going to try and poke you out. And Singed dies. Where? Okay, Vi apparently 2v1ing and killing Singed. Ain't no thing. What the... Seriously, this Vi is impossible to track. She is just everywhere and up everyone right now. She is incredible. It looks like she's going to go for this Viktor. Misses the Vault Breaker and the Zaun comes out. Zap misses across as they get stunned down, but Vi is flashed after it. Fail flash there from Viktor, not able to get over the wall. Both ults coming down from Ziggs and Caitlyn, and they pick up the kill. That is the problem. You just can't get away. Once you go low, they have so many ways of picking you off afterwards, if Vi hasn't appeared behind you, of course. But
they've got a lot of finishing power, and that Vi is willing to just chase as well.
Oh yeah, she is, and it looks like they can...
Vi is playing as if there's not a single long-range ult on their team.
Yeah, we've got 4 members of Zaun here defending this bottom tower, and it's still taking a lot of damage, and it looks like they may lose Urgot regardless of it. Piltover comes through and kills that. Meanwhile, Mundo has teleported top, but he's not in time to stop Heimerdinger from taking that turret, and the push should continue here from Piltover to claim their second inner turret. So it's just going from bad from worse from Zaun now. And Piltover...
65 and well over 10 people from 5 towers to over.
And
this is really Piltover's game.
It's theirs to lose at this point. I mean, we haven't seen it come back from this kind of deficit yet, but I don't know if Zaun have it in them. They have a pretty decent team. The later it gets, the more dangerous they become. Like,
yeah,
Jinx
I think
is...
the later this game goes, the more chance that Zaun have of pulling it around, but I think it's very unlikely that we're going to see that. I think this is...
Yeah, with
with
the poke that Piltover have as well, they're just not going to be able to turtle too effectively in their base. Normally, once you get onto these inhibitor turrets, it really stunts your ability to push. Yeah. But I think the poke the Piltover team has, if they group or they keep split pushing the way they have, like just kind of applying pressure to all the lanes, they'll be fine, as they seem to want to go aggressive on this Heimerdinger. They get the cleaver shot down, Jinx ult comes across and gets him low, but he drops the mega turret again and gets the kill onto Mundo, and this is only a support Singed, and he's kiting him around the big turret. Big turret has gone down, and exhaust has gone down onto the Heimerdinger as well, and it looks like Jinx is going to back out, and that's probably a good idea, because Vi was coming down to save him.
Of course she was.
Yeah, and once again, Heimerdinger proving well, and Vi goes over there and gets the kill onto Urgot, who's a little bit too far out, and it looks like they may follow up in onto Viktor as well, and the kill goes down on him. And again, Vi just not afraid to get in there and takes all the damage. Last in the turret there going down for Zaun as well, so... Yeah, more bad news!
Vi is playing very confidently, but no, it's absolutely fine, because she is getting the kills, she is doing the damage, she's doing everything right.
And it's again, like, I've said this before, like, these Vi's, they don't seem to ever go tank Vi. Like, it's not like they'll go Spirit of the Elder Lizard and then, you know, Randuin's or, I don't know, anything tanky.
Yeah,
again,
she's Bloodthirster and almost all AD.
She's so dangerous. Like, they're basically playing it like an assassin, like the Vault Breaker, and like they can rapidly get these stacks and the E, and just, it's terrifying, and it works while they're ahead. But I'm just wondering if one day Piltover will get into a position where they're ahead. They'll build this full AD Vi, Last Whisper picked up now as well, and it just won't work. Like, the other team will be...
Yeah, I mean, Vi is slightly naturally tanky. I mean, without a single tanky item there, she's at, what, 1700 health? But she's got 293 AD, which is just... I mean, it is having a second AD on your team.
It's more than Caitlyn has currently. So
yeah, exactly.
Vi is the AD carry, she is the tank, and she is the initiator. And that's what Urgot wants to be from the jungle, and right now Urgot, he's got about the same amount of health as Vi does.
But almost 100 less attack damage,
yeah.
which is really a massive difference.
As well as his, well, as they see catch out Jinx in the jungle here, they're going to try and fight, and this Vi, without too much tankiness, looks like she could be in trouble here. Mundo tanking up, good knockback coming there, but unfortunately knocks them out of the Ziggs ult that was coming over. Vi turning to fight, and those shields from Janna really making the difference there as Vi gets away, and so does Mundo, and that's a 2-for-1 trade, and there's no stopping this Vi, like...
Yeah, but despite that Ziggs miss, that went absolutely fine. And it wasn't a miss by the Ziggs, it was just a...
No, but it caused... I didn't want to say Ziggs missed it. He positioned it well, yeah.
Them out of the range of the Ziggs ult, but I mean...
And you don't blame Janna for doing it either, because... I don't blame Janna for doing that either. It's not like, oh, Janna missed the kill. No, Janna saved Vi's life. If they'd stayed on...
would have died.
Yeah.
You know, they were both doing the thing they thought was most sensible.
What do we see? We see a Talisman of Ascension, Ruby Sidestone, and a needlessly large rod from this Janna as well. And meanwhile, Singed on the other side has picked up a Catalyst, the Protector, and only a normal Sidestone. Ooh, excuse me. Unprobable.
A lot of damage going straight down.
Yeah, so quickly I barely even saw that, and this Vi is just terrifying now. Like, the problem is the Vi is just willing to go in on anything, and she's strong enough to do it and kill it. But even if they kill her, the rest of the team is terrifying. They haven't managed to take down Heimerdinger this whole game. He's picked up a DFG now. He's just going to melt someone, and it may be him melting someone now. He's decided to go top, 2 versus 1. He's got Ziggs coming in for support there. Drops the Mega Turret once again, but he may have gone too far, and down he goes. Getting a little bit greedy there, Heimerdinger, and not able to pull it off. But that turret almost taking down Urgot, and the Ziggs ult picks him up in the end as well. So
yeah,
Piltover are having a field day.
I'm not be disappointed with that. That's a good assist.
Yeah, let's just turn on directed camera while I eat this biscuit. You can keep talking, I'm just going to eat this biscuit. This is Piltover's to lose. If they fuck it up now, then they deserve to lose, obviously.
Pretty much. I think that there's a strong chance that Piltover... I don't think there's a strong chance. Piltover are definitely going to win this. I think it's almost impossible for Zaun to come back unless one of Piltover TPs...
You've just condemned us to watch a 70-minute game where Zaun defend their Nexus at sub 200 health 3 times and then pull back a victory.
Jinxed it, but look, it just...
Hey, you just jinxed it! Get it? Hey!
Can we not?
As we see Vi flashing over into the enemy base, going for Jinx, who flashes away, and she does go down, but ballsy play.
Yeah. I mean, maybe a little bit overconfident there, but I mean, she's played so well so far. Yeah, it was a very, very strong up by the old you can't see, but I've got all chat turned on, and she's very upset.
Go on then, let's have a look at the chat. We never do that. Oh god, I didn't realise it all came out at once. That Urgot ult, didn't expect it. I don't think anyone did. It's good to see they're having fun, regardless of the rape which is currently happening to them.
Yeah, I mean, it's all fairly good natured, these games.
Oh, they are. They're all for fun at the end of the day, and don't worry. It's good. Oh, Heimerdinger makes it out.
Looks like the Heimer survived.
Oh, the long range laser from the fucking Viktor though. There's life in Zaun yet. They are fighting back.
Oh yeah, they haven't given up. They're definitely not. I was about to say something horrific then.
I've broken the camera.
There is a fair chance that someone could turn it around, but I think it's very unlikely. So there's not a fair
I've literally
chance
broken the camera, I'm not lying, like, I can't...
You can't what?
I can't... I can't, like, press down the mouse button and glide around smoothly. I, like, have to twat the edges now. Right, we're gonna have to do a different form of spectating where I click on people. Right, clicking on Vi, she's following the Urgot, I'm most likely gonna kill him. Urgot, out of spite more than anything, ults the Janna, it looks like. So...
Yeah. A rage ult is always a fun thing to see.
They're trying to follow in onto...
Chasing that Stonejr, but I don't think they're going to catch him.
You see, like, as much as we say this is Piltover's game, and they're dicking about, they're getting these kills and everything, but they're not finishing the game yet. They ain't got an inhibitor, they haven't even tried to take Baron yet. Like, they need to do something with this gold lead that they have amassed, otherwise...
They're almost up to a 20k gold lead, 6 towers.
Oh yeah.
What, like
the longer they're dicking about, the less their gold lead means. So...
Yeah, that's true.
Should we see Vi just kill another bitch? Like, what is she doing? Like, I might just leave it on follow Vi for the rest of the game.
Are they just trying to get Vi a penta here? Because, I mean, that was the double. They're not going to get the Sims there, are they?
No.
Oh, there goes the giant Heimer turret.
The who?
That's him.
That's an unofficial triple right there. And there goes the surrender, so... Yeah, as much as they were dicking about... At the end,
decided to push.
Yeah, they pretty much realised we can't stop this Vi. She had picked up a looked like she was going to build into a frozen mallet, which is about as tanky as anyone on Piltover decides to build apparently. So well played by Piltover again, and they're looking stronger than Freljord have. Like Freljord's 3 wins, they won like their first one against Piltover. they crushed. But the other victories weren't quite as convincing as Piltover's victories have been. Like, if they get ahead, they don't seem to be able to stop their champions. Like Ziggs.
Yeah, that was a very strong victory.
There was a little bit of like a scuffle down bottom. Like Jinx looked like she could be the carry, but very quickly Vi made her presence known in every lane across the map. And
yeah, I would
Zaun
grade
never.
Vi for that victory very, very hard.
Zaun never do it. Heimerdinger did very well top lane as well, and
Right. Especially
worth
that
mentioning
double kill.
Ziggs as well. Ziggs got 7-0 and 7, so a flawless victory from him then, or immortal victory, whatever you call, and a perfect support score from Janna as well, 0-0-17. That's
Beautiful.
like, just looking at the scores alone is just beautiful. So well played by Piltover. They move up to 3-1, equaling Demacia and Freljord. Can they take it a step further and get the elusive 4th victory in a row? We'll find out whenever they next play. Anyway, that's it from us this week,
Good night.
and have fun.